I've done bad things. Well, I mean, you can definitely do bad things to me. Hello, and welcome to Dollhouse Productions. This is a Yandere dating sim in which you are being followed by a man named Viper. You've actually met him before, but you just don't remember him. However, this time, Viper is very determined to make sure you don't forget who he is. Let's get started. Your date's hand rests on your thigh. They squeeze intermittently. Once, twice, 3 times. Oh my god, he's not happy, is he? He also looks really hot when he's not happy. And his goddamn nerve astounds me. I imagine breaking each one of his fingers as I clutch my own glass. The crunch of bone and the satisfying cries I get to hear. The soft sobs that would escape him, knowing he could have avoided it if he'd never laid a finger on you. I want to do it. I want to kill this man and hang his body up for all your future potential lovers to see. Oh dear. But I can't. Not until the perfect moment presents itself. An early Christmas gift to myself if I ever did see one. My eyes roam back over to you as my thoughts become twisted, and in an instant that ball of rage untangles itself, your presence soothing the anger I hold deep inside. You're like a balm to my soul. Do you know that? Without you, I'm incomplete, a shell amongst the living. When we're apart, I can feel myself fracturing into pieces. It's made worse by the fact that you and I can never truly be one. Even if I were to cut you open, from your sternum all the way down to your pelvic bone and crawl inside of you. Okay, that is a whole kind of freaky to wanting to be inside of me. There's no way for my body to merge with yours. I guess if you broke us down and used alchemy and fused us together into some sort of homunculi, I don't even think sex is enough. What I want is so much deeper than a moment of gratification. I want to sink into the marrow of your bones. I want to be the blood that pumps through your veins and keeps your heart beating. I want to be the reason that you breathe. Oh, so he's insane. I want to claim you in ways no other human is physically capable of, and to understand you on a level that only we could know. I know the man sitting beside you isn't capable of that. He's still cute though. I like his little ponytail right here. I don't know why, but he kind of reminds me of Diluc from Genshin. See? Look at him. I'll just move myself down here. Look how cute he is. Alright, back I go. He's no doubt thinking of the ways he can find a way into your bed. Forgoing the pleasure of your company, your beautiful mind in favor of your body. How do I know? It's in the ways he touches you, poking and prodding at you like you're some slice of meat he got from the butcher's market. It's unbearable seeing you degrade yourself with a guy like that. I'm so angry, I jab my fork down and almost break my plate in the process. The waitress tending my table gasps and reels back. Her eyes are wide and more than a little afraid as I stare at her, unblinking because I want to unnerve her enough to leave. Sorry. She scuttles past, clutching the menus that she's holding to her chest. I say nothing. There's no point. Looking down, I realize I stabbed my fork repeatedly into my slice of pie so much, it's turned into a pile of mush, no longer edible for me to eat. I shove it to the side. Nothing here tastes good anyway. I only ordered dessert so I could linger, since he kept ordering you drinks. God, I could kill this man. You're flushed, cheeks tinted pink as you sway on your bar stool. Are you drunk? You never drank with me. Or did he slip something into your glass? Could I have missed it? The possibility makes me want to drag my nails down his putrid-looking face, his skin peeling in long strips from where I would scratch him. I imagine shoving my butter knife into his eye sockets. Oh, I'm sorry, Puddles. You don't like me when I talk about shoving a butter knife into someone's eye sockets? Oh, it's okay. Come on, back onto your little bed. I imagine shoving my butter knife into his eye sockets and rooting around until I pop them out. Damn it all. I watch as you giggle at something your date said as you touch his arm, leaning into him, and it takes everything I have not to drag your date out of his chair by the ends of his hair. You touched me like that on our first date. Have we even gone on a first date? Do you remember? I know I do. It's something I can't forget, not for as long as I live. I knew I'd never be the same after you opened yourself up to me. Like a petal coming into full bloom, your lips were parted, and your eyes are full of fire that killed any uncertainty remaining as I joined you on the bed after we made it back to your place and I laced my hands with yours. It was my first time. The first time I'd ever gotten so close to another human being. The first time I craved someone so violently. I watch as you throw back another drink and place it on the bar. You're standing up and he's holding you close to his body, grinning at the bartender like he knows he's about to get laid tonight. I watch as you wobble. A frown tugs at my lips. I stand up at the same time and throw the tip onto the table. My food already paid for as I trail a ways behind you two as you make your way outside and into the cold night air. Thick, lazy snowflakes drift towards the ground. Icicles feel like they form on my lungs, making it harder to breathe. I pull my hood up in order to fend off the weather. It sours my mood even more than before. It's cold, and this asshole didn't even think to bring a car to keep you warm. I mean, that's okay, Viper. I'm sure you can keep me warm in more ways than one. It's freezing this time of the year, and New York doesn't exactly have the safest streets. The crime rate's skyrocketing and the black market booming. I would know, because that's where my business is involved. You're what now? I'm not a good guy. I mean, I could tell from the beginning when you talked about all the blood and murder and stuff. I've done bad things. Well, I mean, you can definitely do bad things to me. Horrible stuff that would make anyone run in the other direction if they knew what was good for them. Yes, but except I don't, so how about we get in bed together? But I'm better than the man standing beside you. I would have at least had some consideration for your well-being, unlike him, and I can sense he's up to no good. I know a bad guy from a mile away and he's full of red freaking flags. Don't let him fool you. Or maybe he already has, considering how trusting you are to let him guide you down the street. I guess it's a good thing that I'm here to ensure nothing happens to you. You're so naive sometimes. It drives me crazy. Are we gonna witness murder? That's why I'm here to keep you safe. I'm so focused on you that I accidentally bumped shoulders with someone when I tried bulldozing past and they shoved me backwards. Watch where you're going. I level my gaze with his. He doesn't appear intimidated. A man who's clearly seen better days and reeks of liquid courage. My eyes flicker back to you. You're further ahead and this man is wasting my time. I don't want to lose sight of you. The man you're with can't be trusted. Look at me, and he's cut off as my fist sinks into his gut, and I watch him sink to the ground, gasping for air. I'm not the tallest or the strongest guy around, but I know my way around dangerous people and how to make someone hurt. I don't take too much pleasure in it. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? There's not much that makes me feel anything, except for me. Only you elicit any emotion. Hee. Stay out of my way. Got it? The man nods, still gasping for air from where I struck him in the solar plexus. No one pays him any mind, or me for that matter. They step around him, and when I see he's not gonna get in my way again, I do too, and peer up to where I last spotted you. Only, you're no longer there. Shit. Did you take a turn somewhere? I hurry to shoulder past the throng of people, searching for your face in the crowd but finding no trace of you. I only looked away for a freaking second. Shit. Oh, he looks so nervous and panicky. You know, this is no time to be sympathetic to someone who wants to murk your date. I hit the crosswalk, where a crowd of people gather at a heavy intersection. A faint murmur of people chattering rising to a soft buzz that fills my ears. I listen out for your voice as I spin in a circle trying to peer overhead in order to catch sight of you. But you're not here either. Did you stop in an alleyway? A store? My breathing becomes frantic. The world closing in on me as panic sets in. Where did you go? Where did you go? That man's gonna do horrific things to you, and I need to stop it. I won't let him touch you. I can't. You're clearly drunk and not within your right mind to sleep with that man. Please, I have to know where you are. Where did you go? I'm tugging at my lip ring so hard while I'm lost in thought that blood trickles down my lips and I taste copper on my tongue. Calm down. Reason slices through my internal panic and I force myself to breathe and relax my shoulders, letting go of my piercing. Freaking out won't do me any good. I need to focus on logic and reasoning. There's a possibility he could have hailed a cab or a Voomba, but then why go down more than half a block in order to grab one unless the bar has cameras? So do most of the stores within the shopping district, and there's a known blind spot just up ahead. How does he know? The knowledge of that makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. I knew it. I knew something was off about this guy. My gut tells me that's where the two of you are headed. I waste no time in picking up the pace. You. The world tips and sways as your date half carries you down the street. The edges of the world feel odd and fuzzy, a giggle bursting past your lips, and before you know it, you're lowering yourself down onto your knees, unable to stand. Something doesn't feel right. You never drink on dates. As an escort, it's within your MO to always stay on guard around clients. Oh, so we're not a date, I'm an escort. Never drink alcohol, and never take your eyes off your glass or plate. It's what you've always done. So how did he manage to slip you something? You try getting up, but your body refuses to cooperate and nausea swells in your gut. Oh, this guy is gross. You overhear someone ask your date if you're alright, and he assures them that you've had too much to drink tonight and he's taking you home. But, crap, you scrunch your eyes closed. Bad. This is bad. Your subconscious is screaming at you. Everything keeps tilt-a-whirling and you want to vomit. You clasp a hand over your mouth to try and keep the bile from rising in the back of your throat, your hands shaking, less so due to the cold and more thanks to the drug running through your system. A hand strokes your back. Your client's voice is a soft, reassuring coo. Don't pass out. Don't pass out. Are you alright, baby? Don't call me that. Those are the words you want to say. But you're struggling to get anything out. And by the time you manage to try, they disappear into the blank void of your mind. Your mouth feels like cotton, dry and uncomfortable. You want to go home. Lie down and soak in a nice bath. But you doubt you're going to make it back at this rate. There's no telling what this man wants from you. And it's clear you're under his mercy. You need to think of a way out of this. I have to escape. You close your eyes, trying to muster up any coherent thought that will lend you a helping hand. Pocket. Something about your pockets. You manage to brush your fingers against them and feel a familiar outline. It's a small canister of some sort, no bigger than the size of your palm. Spray. Spray. You got pepper spray. You lean against your date in an effort to keep him from seeing what you're up to, and also because you're unable to support yourself upright. You poor thing. Do you need me to carry you? His voice drips with faint concern and you shake your head, but realize your body is no longer responding to any cues. Your fingers fumble at your pocket. You try wedging them inside, but your mobility has gone to absolute trash when your hand slips, and you're unable to recover. Help! Someone, help me! Your eyes slide over to the people passing you by. They ignore the way your eyes scream at them, choosing to keep their attention locked on the path in front of them or on their phones or their friends or partners. You're out of luck and out of time. Your client leans over you with a knowing smile, his hand cupping your cheek, his thumb dusting along the curve. Don't touch me. Your date retains a smile as he goes to hook an arm underneath your legs. You can hear the sound of a rumbling engine nearby, and someone calling out to your date as he moves to lift you up and into his arms. There's a darkened van that's pulled up next to you. You try reaching for your spray again, but it's useless to even try. The drug completely taking over your system by now. Snow lands on your cheeks and leaves tear-like stains behind. You close your eyes as your client steps up to the owner of the van, as he yanks one of the sliding doors open. Any trouble? Nah, what you gave me worked perfectly. He adjusts his hold on you, lifting you up as if you're a fish he managed to reel in. Got a good one, didn't I? How much do you think they'll fetch? A pretty penny. Now get him in. I'm freezing my nuts off out here. Bossy today. Your client says with a laugh, and you feel a gust of warmth as he lowers you into the car, your back meeting plush leather seats as he buckles you in. You hear your client step back as if surveying his work. Alright, let's... He's cut off when you hear a loud crunch, and something wet splattering against the ground. A thump follows soon after. What the fu... The second guy doesn't even get to finish, before he lets out a grunt like he got struck in the stomach by some harsh force. You try opening your eyelids to see what's going on. They open a fraction of the way. Your gut twisting and you catch the sight of a lean figure towering above your client and his friend. The newcomer's fists bruised and bloody. He's breathing hard. Your client groans and the newcomer's head whips in his direction. He screams and lifts his arms, when the newcomer lifts up the heel of his boot and slams it down onto his head. Oh my god! There's a gut-churning noise when his boot connects, like an eggshell breaking and blood pours from what was once the face of your client, gore sticking to the bottom of the newcomer's shoe. You expect screaming from passerbys, and you're surprised to hear none. Wherever they parked, it was out of view. You didn't even realize. The newcomer steps back and spits at the spot next to your client's still body. When he turns to you, you expect him to drag you out of the car by your wrists and finish you off in the same way he just did to the other two, but instead you feel hands probing at your face, almost like he's taking stock of any potential injuries. Who are you? The newcomer shakes his head. You catch a sight of a lip piercing and hair dyed turquoise. It's a wonder how he didn't manage to fry the heck out of his hair, but what's more is that something about him tugs at your memory. Do you know him from somewhere? That frame looks familiar, but you've gone through a number of clients so it's hard to say whether he was one of them or just looks familiar due to how distinct his features are. Your head lolls to the side as he gingerly draws you into his arms. For a man who just bludgeoned someone to death, he's being far more gentle with you. You're glad he stopped your client from kidnapping you, but you aren't really sure you're any safer with this guy over the other two. What does he want? And why is he here? That's a question ping-ponging through your hazy mind as he cradles you to his body and steps over the two corpses he just left in his wake. Oh, they're dead! I thought they were just horribly injured and knocked out. Isn't he worried about someone showing up and finding him at the scene of the crime? And why did he kill them? None of this makes any sense. There's something you're missing here. It's getting harder to think as you're pulled under the tide and fall into unconsciousness. Viper, you're fast asleep in my arms. I keep glancing down at you, both because I'm worried about the after effects of the drugs and because my eyes are always drawn to you. I never once thought that one lonely night could lead to all of this. I never thought it would lead me to you. You probably don't even realize how important you become to me. Maybe if you did, you wouldn't be so reckless. Seeing that asshole stuffing you into the van caused something to snap within me, and before I knew it, I was crushing his skull in. I should have made his pain last longer for what he tried to do to you. I regret not picking apart his background before even letting you meet up with the man. But he's gone and you're safe now. What happened today won't happen again. Not when I'm around. That much you can be certain of. The doors to the hospital breeze open as I step inside and walk up to the nurse's station. The reception appears startled by my disheveled appearance. Wait, what disheveled appearance? He's hot as hell. I probably look like shit, but I couldn't care less. You're what's important. Okay, he's very sweet like that, even if he is a psychotic murderer. I squeeze you closer to my body as she stammers over her words. How can I help you, sir? I nod towards your unconscious form. Does the unconscious person in my arms not spell it out for you? My significant other was drugged while at a bar tonight. They need medical attention. Now. To her credit, the receptionist is quick to call for staff, and it's not long before you're taken out of my arms and wheeled off. It took everything I had to let you go. I don't leave until you're out of sight, and even then, I linger, staring at the spot where you and the staff disappeared around the bend. It's not until my phone vibrates that I finally snap out of it and walk out of the hospital, shuffling around in my pocket before I bring my phone up to my ear. I'm assuming you took care of everything. Wouldn't be me if I didn't. Scrub the place clean and the bodies are on their way through transport. Relief floods through me. All that's left is the surveillance cameras, and I can handle those on my own. Man, just who is this guy? I need to wipe any and all evidence of you ever being there with that guy tonight, of every single feed, in order to keep the police from questioning you. If the two men are reported missing, you'll end up a possible suspect. Sure, there's eyewitness accounts, but with no bodies and no physical evidence linking you to tonight, they'll probably chalk it up to a disappearance and focus on bigger cases. The city's full of worse crimes after all. Who cares about two nobodies going missing? I can handle the rest from here. My payment? Already hot-wired into your account. Then consider this transaction complete. See you around, Viper. I hang up and pocket my phone before I tip my head back and remind myself that you're okay and that I was able to protect you. Alright? I lower my head and focus on the path in front of me. All that's left, after taking care of this, is to get you away from this dangerous-ass job of yours through any means necessary. And I do mean by any means. Tonight was the last straw for me. I never want to see you forced into a situation like that. I refuse to let it happen. I'll corrupt every single device of yours just to keep you off that damn escorting service app you use if that's what it takes. There's far better jobs out there with top-of-the-line security that values the safety of their workers, and I know just the place that's perfectly suited for you. The best part is, I'll work there too. That way, I can watch you day in and day out without the fear of losing track of you. Tonight won't be the last time you see me. I mean, I sure hope not. You're kind of hot, and I was hoping that we would do it. Because the next time we meet, I'm sure it'll be at Dollhouse Productions. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I finally got to meet Viper. I love that man so much. And that was the demo of Dollhouse Productions. I hope you guys liked our introduction to Viper. I love Hermit's writing so much, and I love all the games that Hermit makes so much. Today is actually Christmas and I was supposed to take a day off, but how can I take a day off when one of my favorite devs drops an absolute banger, you know? Anyways, I hope you guys like this. What do you think of Viper? And what do you think Dollhouse Productions is? I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to leave them in the comments below. And also, if you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. And if you want to hang out outside of videos, I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. Feel free to come over and hang out with me and my community. Now yeah, I'm so happy we got to meet Viper. Or I love black-haired men, or men with dark green hair or dark blue hair. They're so pretty, so gorgeous, and my absolute favorite. And I really like Viper. So yeah, I'm happy that we got to meet him. Thank you so much again for coming along with me to every single adventure. And until next time, happy holidays and take care.